All right. How's it going? Giving it a try here. Yeah, I broke my own rule of if it ain't broke, don't touch it. I did. I touched it and it broke a little, but that's okay. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. I was trying a new stream, multi-streaming service that comes included with Streamlabs OBS, and it didn't work. Didn't work very well, anyways. I'll try it again. So you might have another surprise stream, maybe tonight or tomorrow, just as I'm trying to get this thing working. It should be good if it really works. But anyways, in the meantime, I had to switch back real quick. So how's it going, everybody? Sachi's here, Randy, Jarian, Omer, Nikolai, Arthur, Chris. How's it going, Ash? What else? Richard's got problem with... can you guys hear me okay? I moved the microphone. I like it better where it is. I can see the screen better. As long as it sounds good. I'll say this. How's it going, man? All right. Seamus is here. Jawbreaker. Just set up streaming of Wisecams directly to Google Home Hub. That's new, right? There's about 15-second lag. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a long lag. Yeah, I've got a good friend and neighbor who wants to do that. He's not into flashing anything. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to mess with his stock firmware stuff, and he uses Wisecams, and he uses Google stuff. So he wants to use his Google Hub and watch his Wisecams videos. So, but until recently, you couldn't do that, which is crazy to me. But whatever. The audio is a little weak. Yeah, okay, maybe. I moved the microphone a little bit further from my face. So now it's this far from my face instead of like this far from my face. I don't like the sound. Weak. It misses the deepness. Okay, well, I'll move it back. Let's see. Should be about the same otherwise. Ugh. This thing needs to be tightened. Should be about the same. How is that? Is that better? Probably just too far away from the microphone before. All right, we can put it back here. That's better. Okay, good. We'll leave it where it was. Stop messing with it. Oh, man. A lot better. Okay, good. All right, well, should have known. Maybe again, it's probably not something I should mess with, right? If things are working, don't mess with them. All right, Nigel got his stickers. I saw. Did somebody else get their stickers? Oh, now it's better. Seems like I've hit it. Okay, good. Good, DK. How's it going, everybody? Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I can't fix your laptop speaker store. Sorry, man. I'll try. How's everybody doing? You guys have a good week? It's been a long week. I haven't done any streaming. Sorry about that. Dang job gets in the way sometimes. Didn't get home till really late a few times. Getting HA dashboard. Can't get it working. Oh, man. Mr. Fixers, I haven't messed with HA dashboard in a long time. Where are you getting stuck? Put it on a boom above your head. Drape it in a green screen. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Hey, Will. How's it going? Chris Ferguson, you didn't get yours? When did you win? And where do you live? Because I sent a whole herd of them. I know I have the couple from the last like 2 streams that I haven't sent. I still haven't sent Seagray his. Ishmeet's got his. What's the topic? I've got a couple fun things to talk about today. Let me show you the first thing here. Let me clean some space on my desk. You'd think I'd be ready. I just spent too much time trying this mob crush thing, which didn't work. All right. I've got in my possession now some really cool new, I guess I would call them Sonoff and Shelly competitors from Portugal. You guys ready for this? This is awesome. 110-mile dash home from the Lake District. Catch the stream. Oh, man. Be careful. All right, let's see. Let's pull up. I've got this website for this company. These guys contacted me a long time ago, and he's probably watching. Can't remember. Let me see what's. Yeah, it's Vitor. Vito Perez, and he is from Portugal, and they've made these, the BH Ono Free. I don't know. Everything is in Portuguese, so it's a little bit tricky to understand for me. Anyways, I can't read it as well. I can do a little bit when it comes to Spanish, but anyways, what this is a it's essentially like a Shelly 2. It's got 2 relays. These are two of these are, can't remember which ones are which. I think the black ones are the mechanical relays. These are mechanical relays, and these are solid state relays. And you want to see them in real life. I know you do. So here we go. Here they are. So this is it. I mean, that's a pretty good size. I don't have a Shelly 2 in hand to compare it to, but it's not too much bigger. It's a little bit bigger than a Shelly 2, but not by much. So it's got, this is where you connect your line in and your neutral in, and then your two switches out, right? Or your 2 circuits out. You've got full access to all the GPIO pins right here. Here's the ESP chip on the back. So you got full access to all the GPIO pins. So you can add whatever sensors you want. You can flash it if you want. They do have some firmware on there. I haven't even fired them up yet to see. I just opened this yesterday. So we can do that live. That'd be fun. And then these are the relays. And there's 2. These are solid state relays here. Let's see. These are, I don't know what the amp rating is on these. 5 amps. Yep, 5 amps for that, and 5 amps on these as well, on the mechanical ones. And I'm already hearing, I already know what people are going to be. Oh, that AC converter. You don't like the AC converter? It's kind of big. What's wrong with it? I like it. I can tell you my guess, based on just looking at this, what people will complain about, or what people will sort of poke at and say, oh, what's wrong with, this and that. It's going to be, is there enough of a tracing for these high voltage lines? And interesting enough, I think we're in it's time to change our paradigm a little bit, because we don't have, we shouldn't in most cases have like a 10 or 12 amp load on most of our circuits. It should be an air gap separation. Oh, is that what you're talking about? So probably right here. This should be air, so it should be cut open. Yeah, okay. I'm sure. This isn't going to get UL listing, but yeah, that's going to be the. So this right here, if you wanted to really go by what we consider in the U.S. to be the standard, I guess, is this would need to be separated by air. And then I just don't know about how much copper is under this and whether or not that's a big enough. The loads are going to be low on these. 5 amps on the relays. That's a lot smaller than what we're used to, but it's not that often that if you know what your amp rating is, then you just need to be mindful of that. If you're putting this on a light switch, 5 amps is still plenty if you're going to use LED light bulbs. I can't do it in my head right now, but that's still plenty of light bulbs. And if you don't use LED light bulbs, you should. Are they CE approved? I don't know. Here's the website. Let me just toss you guys this website. You guys can China export approved. Yeah. Take a look at the MW power supply. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. These are the same. I've used these power supplies for other things before. So other than, I guess, if you say that this needs to have an air gap, I believe you, because I've seen that before on other circuit boards. Can't say I feel terribly unsafe, but fine. I understand. Anyways, I'm going to give these a try. I'm excited to see what their firmware looks like. He says that it can do MQTT, and you can do it all local. It doesn't have to go to anybody else. And then you can also flash it if you want to. So I'm probably going to end up doing both. But I think these are pretty good. This is perfect because I've got 2 places in my house where I need to, I broke this. This is a 3D printed little thing and I broke it. I've got two places in my house where I've got, essentially I need another Shelly too, right? I've got two switches. It's usually a fan and a light, and I want to use it for those situations. So I'm going to give it a go in that. So it's pretty good. Got your first ESPN multi-sensor up and running thanks to you and my great content. Awesome. You're welcome, Alexander. You're welcome. Most lights are rated at 3 amps. What do you mean? Isolation gap isn't that important when you don't have an external things connected. Okay. It's there for safety, so high voltage can't jump over the low voltage side and get out to switches you can touch. Okay. Fair enough. I like that. I'm glad you guys got some of these things going. Anyways, this is some new company in Portugal, and I think it's pretty good. I think they've got a good design. I mean, we can critique and say, well, this should be better, that should be better, but I'm going to run them for a while and see what happens. It looks good to me. I love the size. I love that they use these little tiny relays, solid state relays even, so there won't be a click or anything. It'd be pretty cool. We could probably fire it up. Should we fire it up and see what happens? Where can it be ordered and how much? Right here, I sent the link here, Nikolai. I just put the link in the chat a minute ago. Did it not show up? Maybe it didn't show up. Try it again. That's it. So this is where you can order them. It's in Portugal, so this is all in euros, and everything written on here is in Portuguese. You could probably ask Google to translate it for you. Oh, no free. Tutorials, manuals, YouTube, GitHub, Facebook. So it's all, yeah, it's all on GitHub. So you can probably, I wonder if you can even get the circuit board. Yeah, look at that. So you could make it yourself if you wanted to. They've got the PCB files here and stuff if you wanted to tweak it, change it, and make it yourself. I think it's expensive for this reason. For which, what is that? Approximately 3 times more expensive than a Sonoff, but half the size. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Sonoffs, you're not going to beat them. Even talking with the guys from Shelly that make the Shellys, the Shelly guys, they look at the Sonoffs and say, I don't see how they're making any money. Like just the components alone that they put in a Shelly costs more than a Sonoff when we buy the Sonoff. So they must be selling those. Either they've got some sort of what do you want to call it? I don't know, stipend or some sort of assistance, government assistance or something, right? For Sonoff to be able to make those things so cheap is insane. I do not think it has. So yes, you still could go with the Sonoff. I like this because of the size and the fact that there's 2 relays on it. But I think we're getting closer to the perfect switch. This one I don't think has power monitoring. I don't see anything on there that would tell me that it does, but I would check, hook it up and see if it does. I don't think it does, but again, since it's all in Portuguese, I can't read it all. Here's some stuff about the firmware. Okay, here's how the firmware looks. Well, that's cool. That's a decent interface. That's not bad. I like it. I wonder, I assume when I first plug it in, like I can't read any of this, but I assume when I first plug it in that I will be able to find like a Wi-Fi hotspot or something like that. Did you say you printed the bottom cover? Does it come without a casing? I didn't print it. It came with this. So they sent it with this. I think it looked like in their pictures that they're sending it without something on the bottom. Yeah. So it's going to come, it looks like it comes bare on the bottom. My guess is you'd have to 3D print something, which you probably would find on their GitHub somewhere. It does come with a case. Can't see. Camera too big. My camera just... Oh, because you can't see the website. I'm so sorry. I do that all the time. All the time. So sorry. Thank you, Dale. Oh, man. Hey, Paul. Comes without a D1. D1? Focus the camera. Oh, sorry. 1.2 euros for 2 relays instead of 6 for a Sonoff. This thing wins over Sonoff. Oh, I think it was... No, I think it was like 15, Jarian. I think it was 15 for the... Yeah, 15 euros for the 2 relay one. And it looks like the solid state relays are less. But very interesting. It's a very interesting new. Hopefully they get going and they can produce. But you hear Mrs. Z's. Actually, I think what you heard, Seamus, was Zoe. She was screaming about something. I don't know what. She's yelling at somebody. Found the STL files and the 3D print on their GitHub. Oh, good. Thank you, Rick. So they're there. Okay, good. The solid state relays are black. The mechanical ones are green. Oh, okay. Thank you, William. I can't see very well to see what it says on there. But that's exciting. And these green relays, I guess these are the mechanical ones. It looks like they pop out. Like you could take them out, replace them. It would be nice if just in general, if these relays, not the angel Zoe, yeah, she is an angel, but she rules with an iron fist. Oh, thank you, Colin. That's awesome, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh, that reminds me. Let's do something fun. So Colin Hickey just says he dropped a Twitch Prime sub, which does help. They give me money for that. And I was tinkering around and I put some new little magic floaty visuals together. So you ready? Let's see. Do you want unicorns? Let's do the unicorns ones. I think that was my favorite one. So here he goes. Thank you, Colin. Yeehaw. I got to work on the music, but it's got some music, right? You can hear something. Yes, yes. What did you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty fun. My missus loves that. She loves the unicorns. Oh, good. Good. Perfect. Pick the right one. Would be better if you could swap out relays for higher ratings in case they fail. Yeah, these look like they do pop out. Oops, let me go back to this. And then, let's see if it's supposed to be auto-focusing, but obviously it's not auto-focusing very well. But these here look like they pop out. So it looks like you can open this and pull the relays out. I could try. I don't know. Anyways. Looks like you could put the relays in. What would be nice, in my mind too, is if any of these things, I think everybody would feel better. If you have something like a 5 amp rated relay here, most of us are going to have at least 15 amp circuit breakers or fuses. So having something fused or something here that would not just melt, because this relay then becomes the weakest link, right? The relay becomes the point where if you overload the circuit, the relay is what's going to get hot and melt, and that's no good. I don't imagine that the relays are built with some sort of fuse kind of device in them, but that if you're going to have, this is the weakest point right here, then we need to have like overload protection from that at that point. So maybe a fuse, or it would be nice if the relays did have something in them. I don't know if these do or if any do, but absolutely terrified by this. Which part, Rick? Terrified by the unicorns or by this? Which part? Neighbors must have thought, what? Oh, what with what? Let's see, Mark, what is it? Did I see Frank's Grocery? I don't know. I didn't. I'll have to check that out. Father Time, I don't know what to say. I got another one too. Farting unicorns. Oh, we stopped using solid state relays at work because of load issues. Oh, really? So what's the issue with them, Mark? Are they underrated? Do they say they're rated for 5 and they don't last for 5? Or that kind of thing? Is there a way to get 2 gauges on the gauge card it has IO'd? I don't know, Mr. Fixes, but there is a 2 gauge custom card. let's look that up. I was just looking at, I was at work and I was working late and my brain was a little fried. And so I was trying to think, what can I do to occupy my mind right now? And so I was just looking at the custom Lovelace cards. And there's a dual gauge. There's a dual gauge card. Oops, spelled it wrong. Dual gauge card. There. Look at that. What do you think of that? Is that what you want? You can have two different gauges. I need that, actually. I should probably use this guy. But anyways, let me pop you the link. Let's see. If I put it here, is it working? Yes, there it is. Okay, cool. There you go. Laughing at the unicorns. Me too. I like the unicorns. That was fun. I spent a lot of time on the Ben Sound website looking for more music. Ishmeet got his stickers. Ishmeet got your stickers. Hallelujah. You're welcome. Do I think I'll do a video on the idea you sent, Tyson? You mean with the poppers? I don't know. I mean, it might be a fun little thing. So you're talking about like mounting those, doing a motor, like a servo or something, and popping them? It would be fun. It would be fun to play with. I would, if I was going to do it, I would just do it like right now. Like I'd experiment here and do it. I probably wouldn't do a whole video. I'm trying to make my videos so simple these days. Maybe I could do that. I mean, we'll see. Whatever's fun. For the next couple weeks, of course, now summer started, right? So we here in the U.S., school is out as of Tuesday for my kids. I think maybe a couple days before or after for others. Oh, midnight. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll do it. Yeah, maybe we'll do a New Year's Eve stream and we can do some stuff like that. That'd be fun. And then what was I talking about? Oh, man. Relays were only taking milliamps, but blew well under the rating. Oh, that's a bummer, Mark. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, we're going to find out about these, I suppose. I've never used a solid state relay in this, well, in anything, but certainly not in this kind of situation. So it'll be interesting to see. One of these is going to go in the bathroom downstairs. And yeah, squirrel is right. Oh, not that squirrel, this one. One of these is going to go in the bathroom downstairs, and the other one's going to go in the mudroom. So the mudroom is just it's across the hall from where the bathroom is, and it's just where the kids throw their shoes and their coats and stuff like that. So but man, if there's two lights in the house that I am constantly turning off now, most of them I've got under control. Like I've done a pretty good job of managing the lights and making sure that the ones that get left on have a smart switch. But those two are two that I've still got to tackle. And the reason I haven't is because it's fan and a light, and my wife wanted them separated. She didn't want me to combine them. And I didn't have any more Shelly 2s. And I keep, if I would have just bought them, they'd be here by now. But when I went to buy them, I was like, I don't want to wait for them. And now it's been like 2 months. Boot room, Adam. Yeah, you could call it a boot room. Yep. Could call it a boot room. Beware of the cheap SSRs. Some of them are pure junk. Oh, is that right? Well, we're going to find out. These are, I don't see very much on here about where they came from or anything like that, but we'll find out. We will find out. Well, I'm going to hook these up and play with them, put some load on them and switch them on and off, and tinker with them a little bit before I put them in the wall. So, hey, James, how's it going? Hey, Tim. All right. Matheson's here too. How's it going? So this was pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about these. Now, you guys ready for the next thing I was working on? Guess I missed it. What's the project? Oh, so this, Tyson, and for anybody else, I think we've had probably twice as many people. Is my fire insurance all paid up? Oh yeah. I got fire insurance. I got umbrella policies. I got policies on top of policies. Did you see that strange parts video I posted in Discord? I don't remember. I don't know, Ikfar. Did I see it? Where did it go? Where did you post it? I can't remember. Post it again. So anyways, for those of you who are joining now, I talked to Vitor in Portugal a long time ago, like months and months ago, and they've started making these Onofre or Onofre. I don't know how they're going to say it. They're sort of like a Shelly 2. They've got 2 relays on them. They're €15 or so. I guess it's a little more expensive. I don't remember exactly what Shelly 2 costs, but anyways, it's just another option. They've got an ESP8266. Oh, you can't see it. It's got the ESP8266 on the bottom there. It's got a power converter. It's got 2 relays. It's got access to all the GPIO pins here. Plus, they've got a firmware, which we were looking at, but I think I moved away from this, from the website. But anyways, they've got firmware already on here that does MQTT and you can do local only and such. Plus, you can take advantage of the other GPIO pins using their firmware, is what he told me. I haven't played with it yet. But then it's also, of course, very easy to flash since you've got access to the GPIO pins. There is no USB converter, so if you're gonna flash it, you're gonna have to do it with an FTDI or whatever kind of adapter. It's out of focus. I know the stupid thing is focusing. It's auto focusing. All right. Let me get it. Configure video, and then now you can see what I'm got. It doesn't ever save this. I have to do this like every time. Focus. There. And we're gonna. Okay, so now it should stop changing. All right, so now you can see it. Now everybody's gonna be like, "Whoa, that's so great! Look, and now I can see it." Yeah, so there it is. Peter, my wife says hi and thank you for helping me make her life easier. Well, that's fantastic, Peter. Boy, we think we got most of our wives are gonna not have that same experience. I think most of them are gonna be like, "Would you please tell my husband to stop screwing with things?" Wireless LEDs are crazy. What? Wireless LEDs? Oh, is that the parts thing? Oh, that thing you were talking about. Oh, yeah. Where you can make an LED light up with just like whatever, I don't know, wirelessly or something. I'll have to try that. All right. Let's see. There was a couple others. We'll go back to this. And then let's see. Somebody said something here. I thought it would be fun for actually to try that. It's not related to home systems. I should try it. Let me well, let's pull it up. Is it something I can try right now? I should probably try it offline first and then play with it. We could try it. I've got some LEDs. What else does it need? Magnets and some coils or something? I think I was wrong. The Dallas temp sensor can do negative temps. I found the map function works really well to get it to reasonable accurate. Oh, good. I see Dino Guy making these awesome views for phone tablets. So is there a way to have a mother set of views other than Lovelace default view? Tim, the stuff that Dino Tech does is super custom. So he's happy to share it with you and kind of coach you along if you want to reproduce some of the stuff that he's made. He hangs out in the Discord chat in the little Lovelace sub chat. So he can tell you a lot more than I can. It's all Lovelace. He uses it Lovelace. He just has different ways of creating views and showing different views on different devices. Love my channel, but can I please check this out? Okay. Check that the kids are not around. Okay. We'll see about that. Maybe in a bit, Gad. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Let's see. Strange parts. Okay. I have a question. I have not started at it a long time to figure it out. Okay, that's fine. On your fridge door sensors, I do binary sensor, garage fridge is what was on the example automation. Great. But I don't know what to use for your fridge door sensors. Help would be appreciated. You mean... All right, Doug. So you're using RF sensors. You're doing the same thing that I did when I put the sensors on my refrigerator, the refrigerator door. So they're RF sensors, and I use the Sonoff RF bridge. What you have to do when you create this entity, the binary sensor entity, you have to associate it with the code that you see when you activate the sensor, that you see in the RF bridge when you activate the sensor. If that's what is that helping? Best channel ever. Oh, the home automation X. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, those girls. I've seen them. I think I might have watched a few minutes of one video one time, and I was just like, oh, come on. So years ago when I was first started watching Twitch, it bothered me some that there were all these girls on there who, I guess they were good at playing games or whatever, right? But dude, they're just I don't know, they're flaunting themselves, and they're just preying on these poor guys at home who just think that, you know, they're going to be able to hook up with one of these girls on Twitch who's blasting their cleavage everywhere and stuff like that. So whatever. Yeah. But hey, whatever. To each his own. You're a few minutes behind. Let's see what we got. Martian War Machine from try out for them. Levitating base. Oh man. I need to see this. Maybe let's watch this. Should I do that too, Gad? It's enough that I do my hair, you know? All right. Some chargers have issues. Tasmoda is the way. All right, so let's move to, I had something else. I guess, what other question? Did we answer that question okay for you on the, probably not, on that fridge sensor thing? Probably not. Let me show you guys where I'm at on my next thing, if you'd like. Let's see. I have it configured. The sensor works, but the automation, I need to find out what to use in your case, where I use entity ID, binary sensor, garage, fridge. Well, you can call it whatever you want. So Doug, what did you call it? So in your configuration, you should have defined the sensor with an entity ID. And did you change the name of it? Just the levitating base. Whoa! Gosh, can you imagine if they'd have been any closer to that?
For a few months, I've been researching on how to make a...
We'll just let this play in the background. I actually have one of those, I think. Let's see. RF needs to send an open close. Father Time, nothing really has happened with the bug, and it's bringing me down. I got to get out there. My dad's gonna be in town, so we're leaving on Wednesday, and we'll be gone through Sunday. So next stream won't be next Sunday. It'll probably be next Monday, and then my dad will be here for a couple days. I've got to figure out a way to get that motor mounted on there. Fridge door. Okay. So Doug, what ends up happening? I think I know what happens. So when you create an entity in Home Assistant, if you go with, let me open my config here and we can look at something. Get your dad on the stream. I will. That'll be fun. So when you are in here, if you name a sensor something like, I think these are probably, oh, come on. These are all switches. I know, everybody's going to be, would you please organize that thing? So, all right, Doug, when you put something in your configuration and it's under the heading switch, and then for the name, you put something like this. Okay, so I have quiet, cool, low. What happens in Home Assistant is it creates the entity and gives it the name switch dot and then all lowercase. For this, it would be quiet, cool, all lowercase, and then the underscore and then lowercase low. So for yours, it will say binary sensor. So binary underscore sensor dot S underscore fridge underscore dr and no capitals, and that'll be the name of it. If you ever wonder, if you don't know what your device is, where you're, to find your device, go to this page right here, this little states page, and then you can search for it. So for you, if you just go to the states page and you just search for fridge, you'll get everything that has fridge in it will show up here, and you'll be able to see what Home Assistant named it. Okay, I think that will help you. Control F. I did Control F, and then Frank showed me this. Filter entities. I didn't know that was there. He's like, do you really not know how to use that filter entities box? And I said, what filter entities box? How do I find anything? Yeah, Control F is how I find everything. All right, cool, Doug. Did you find it? Split configuration. Nobody has time for that. That's right. Who's got time for that? Oh my gosh. I'll make a video on breaking down the config file would be cool. And then I can follow it. Yeah. Maybe someday. No, not even maybe someday. Yes, someday I will do it. I can't say I will get to the level of organization that some of you guys have. Frank is one. I know Carlo, who does the Bearstone, his Bearstone, and I don't remember he's got several, CC Cloud or something. But you guys know Carlo. You should know Carlo. He's got a super organized configuration set up too. Splitting saves so much time in the end. I don't know. Does it? It's kind of like just having all your socks on the floor in a pile. It's just, where they are. They're just all right there. vCloud info. Thank you, Janik. Thank you. Yes, that's right. Did I figure something out for my not so quiet fans? It's supposed to be that loud. Well, you know what, Captain Slow? I talked to the lady at work, the nurse who kind of got me started with it and said, this is a great thing. You should get it. So she said her fan is also very loud. I said, it's not quiet. She goes, oh yeah, it's not quiet. So no big deal. So what I do is just use, I use it on low most of the time and on medium sometimes. It's actually on right now. I'm very happy with it. I think it's on right now. Yeah, see, it's on right now. It's running. And look, it was 74 degrees. My temperature sensors are off a little bit. You can see some of them are still not working. But what I have to do is, if I'm sitting in the house, so what I've had to do is I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, I feel the air conditioner come on, but it's not cold enough. It's not hot enough in my room for me to think I need it. Then I turn up what this is. But anyways, it's working great. This was working perfect. Did I show you guys this last time? I think I probably did. When I turn on one of these speeds, the window in the basement opens and closes. And if I turn it off, the window will close. So I can look. So it's still 60 degrees outside. So it's still nice and cool outside. So I know that this is still keeping my house cool. Running this fan is still keeping my house cool. So right now, I don't know if there's any other houses open or any other windows open in the house. Actually, I do know there's one other window I opened manually. So difficult. But with one window, with this here, I always will have at least one window open, and that'll work. And that's enough to bring in cool air. It just goes through the whole house, cools off the attic. So awesome. I mean, what's the temperature in my office right now? Let's see. The office temperature is working 73. And that, I think, is wrong. That's because that sensor is nearby it's like in the same box with the switches and the ESP chip and stuff. So it's a little warmer because it doesn't feel like 73. It feels nice and cool in here. I know I should go to Celsius. I know. I should. Maybe I will. Maybe that's another video. Converting to Celsius. One config file, one single point of failure, one unhappy wife, one unhappy life. Dang it, Plutos. Dang it. Oh, man. When running Hasai and Ubuntu, I don't know. In Docker, what would cause everything .py and HTTP to fail in the logs? Install works fine, just custom components fail along with some HTTP. Eesh, John, I don't know, man. Who's here that uses Ubuntu and Docker for their Home Assistant stuff? Not me. Video on changing the theme. Let me point you in the right direction. Let's see. So for theme, you got to go here. Control F. So first thing you need is this line right here that says front end themes and then include dir merge named / themes. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to post it in the live stream on Discord. Okay. Oops. There you go. So that I just posted that in the live stream on Discord. So you're going to need that. Then you're going to need to actually make that folder. So in your configuration, so this is my config folder, and I've got a folder that I made that's called themes. Now in that themes folder is a whole bunch of YAML files. And those YAML files you can find at awesome home assistant, awesome-ha.com. If you guys don't have this bookmarked, do that now, because that is useful. I still use it all the time. Thank you, Frank, for putting that there. So this is the Awesome Home Assistant page, and you can just search for themes here. And there's a bunch of themes. Now, here's a quick tutorial on using themes. I think this is probably Juan's video. Oh, Burns. Oh, cool. So Burns HA did a video. His install might be a little different just because he does everything command line. He's the guy to go to if you're using, 18.04 Ubuntu and stuff and Docker. Burns he's a guy that Adrian, that's what he does. He does a lot of stuff with that. So then the simple thing to do is go to, well, here, this is the one Juan's video. So this is Juan M Tech's video, and he also has a way to download just a whole pile of those themes, and then you just drop those themes in that folder. And then once you've dropped the themes in the folder, and here's this video. Here's this. So you can get to Juan's page to look at that. And then when you get once you have that stuff in the right place, then if you go to your little guy right up here, all right, Doug subscribed. I got something special for you, Doug. Got something special for you coming up. World premiere of the next funny little animated weird thing I did. Anyways, in here, all the themes that you have in that directory will show up right here. And that's it. So there you go. There's your video on how to do themes. Juan's is better. All right, now let's put on the other new thing I made. Thanks for subscribing. Woo, 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 woo. All right, Jason, you got it? That should do you. Give it a try. Give it a try. I'll be going here for another hour plus. Boom. I think my animation goes a little long, and so then it makes a black screen at the end. Always coming through, huh? What am I watching? That was me. That was a oh man. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I was thinking about it. I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna do just like it's gonna just rain devices. I've got I've got all these PNG files, with transparent backgrounds that I've used in videos forever with all these different devices. And a lot of times I have to make them myself. I go grab the device and I put it in GIMP and I cut the outside around it and make a PNG file out of it so that I got it handy because it looks nice. So I'm just going to start making those things just fall from the sky. Like it's raining Sonoffs from out of the sky. I think you made the stream crash. Do that again. How do I create those characters? That is Bitmoji. That is Bitmoji. There's probably something that says you're not supposed to use them for stuff like that, but I think they're too cool. So you go to Bitmoji, and then you can make your own face, and then there's just tons of these things. So you tell it what face and what clothes and stuff, and then you can have all these, and then you can just grab them and save them. I just save them. So it's fun. It's a great, simple, free way to make fun little animated pictures of yourself. So, and they come in very handy for me. I like using them a lot. Obviously, I like using them a lot. Does my Alexa as a media player work with a base URL as the local IP? See the files appearing in text-to-speech, but no sound comes out. Where is this local IP going, Stuart? Where is this local IP? Is that in the configuration for the Echo device that I can't name? This has to be Amazon. If this isn't Amazon, it will not work, if that's what you mean. Because you can't put a local IP there. That has to be Amazon. Hey, Mikhail. How's it going? Good evening. Greetings from the Netherlands. How's it going, Netherlands? I love the Netherlands. Someday I'm going to get there. Boy, I was talking to Frank. About the price of houses. And we were comparing house prices, right, Frank? And, you know what? I'm not sure. That might have changed, Stuart. It might have changed from Amazon Co. UK to Amazon.com, I think. Check again. Oops. Yeah. You need to point it at the media player entity. So you mean when you're doing the text to speech command? Had the same problem. It was a router issue. Oh. Google Home, it resolved, reverting back to HTTP. The issue was self-certification. Let's encrypt. Good. McAllen, Texas. Man, Fishkeeper, McAllen, Texas. So I used to live in Nuevo Laredo and Reynosa. And if I recall, Reynosa is right across the river from McAllen, Texas. I've actually been to the bridge at Reynosa and McAllen, only from the Mexico side. I was in Mexico and I went to the bridge one day and went about halfway across, and that's it. So I've seen McAllen. I know McAllen. I've looked across the hill and seen McAllen, Texas. So welcome. Good times. Was talking house prices the other day too. Can't beat the prices here. Oh, really? Is that right? We should probably compare. I was shocked when Frank just showed me what a house on his street was selling for. Crazy. Way more than mine. Way more than my house. I'm not buying a summer home in the Netherlands or the UK, it sounds like. So, but hey, there's lots of 3-bedroom 1930 house here. 1930 square feet, or was built in 1930. 147, that's not bad. 3 bedrooms, 147, that's not bad. I can see the device, they don't work. Also, if I say, let's play music, it will go to the office and it won't come back till a reboot. Stuart, you got some funniness going on there. Let's see. Can see the device, it just won't work. Stuart, when you do, so try this. Have you done the Lovelace card? Have you done this custom little card? Might try that. We'll get you working, Stuart. Don't get too down. We'll get you working. So this is one easy way to do it. If you have custom cards, if you can set up custom cards, this is the custom mini media player. And then you should have a media player set up for each. So when you link through, gosh, this is a couple steps. When you link your Amazon Echo account, when you link your Amazon account through Nabu Casa, are you doing that? So when you type done the office, have to do an office session, I wish. We'll get you. This is an office session. This is office hours. Gary's is UK. Okay, great. I know that at the beginning, Gary, he said you had to do different countries, had to have different addresses, and then I think it changed and you could just do Amazon.com and it would work for any of them. So if you're still using co.uk, I think that's probably fine. Oh, Office offline. Oh, gotcha. DrZzs, you'll see all your Alexa devices linked. Yeah. So yeah, Stuart, if you go there and see what do you have for media players. Once you have that media player part set up, then it should see any Amazon Echoes that you have, and it should set them up as media players. So you can see that, right? So you can see all your media players. So the one here is, I call it Workbench. So that's this one. Now, there's not much you can do here. You can't do text to speech here or anything. You have to do that through the mini media player. And another trick with the mini media player that we've mentioned before is you can't, if you type it in here, it will work, right? So if I type it in here, and hit send. Okay, did you hear that? But if you open it, if you click to open it like this, well, it used to actually even. I guess there's not even a bar anymore. Okay, they changed that. So there used to be right here. There used to be a place to type in text to speech, and it wouldn't work when you did it that way. So just don't worry about that. I guess this is the only place. So that's the easy thing to do. And then if you wanted to do it as a command, let's see. You can see the players. Okay, so then what are you using? Text-to-speech media player didn't work. Media player has no text-to-speech option. Really? Oh, you have to put it in there. Not yet. Grace is asking, is it almost time to say sign off? When you set it up, you've got to add show TTS Alexa. Do you have that in there? Sorry, I just said the word. But do you have that? There was a time where it didn't work if you opened it up, Mark, but now it works like this. Oh, you don't have that. Oh, good. We'll put that there. Try that.
Love you.
And then if you're going to call the service, we might as well do this. On Windows now, I saw that. How, Christopher? How's it going, brother? Worked before, but then you had to hit hotkey instead of wake. Now the wake word is and the PC one will shows up as a media player. That's awesome, Chris. I haven't installed it. I saw that. I saw a clip. Maybe you posted it. I don't know. I saw it somewhere. I only look at Facebook, Instagram, my email, Discord. That's where I get all my news from. Twitter occasionally. Shane's got it working. Oh, and the automations, right? Yeah, so then the other thing to do, just for completeness here, would be, I think it's media player, right? So on the services page, media player, so this is the service, right? And then you have to specify the device by entity. And then you have to set the message, I believe, right? Is it message? Is that what we call it? Can't remember now. Well, I guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay, let's see if that works.
Hello, everyone.
That worked. Okay, so essentially these are the parts you need. You've got to specify the media player, you got to specify the service, and then you've got to set the message. So sorry I asked earlier, but not sure if you spotted it. I probably didn't. Colin, what's up? Do I have to pay for the Home Assistant Cloud to use Alexa with Home Assistant? You don't have to, Colin. You don't have to. There is a way, or there are ways to work around it. I think probably if you didn't want to, or you couldn't do the Home Assistant Cloud to have the very simple integration with Amazon Echo, then I think the next thing I would try would be Node-RED. Node-RED has an Amazon Echo node that you can use to control things through Home Assistant and Amazon Echo. You can link them together through Node-RED. I don't know much else about it. I know that I think Rob did a video, or he included it at some point. So that's what I would do as plan B. And then if that doesn't give you what you want, then there is a process to go through where you set up like a developer account and you essentially create your own app. And there's a lot of stuff you could do. It's complicated and not easy, but it's possible. So that's what makes the Nabu Casa thing to me worth it. For me, we use Amazon Echo for everything. We use it a lot. You probably do. Emulated Hue works really well for Amazon. Okay. HA ASCA. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's new. Isn't a huge amount. I'd like to support the project, so I might just take the jump. Go ahead, Colin. If it's not a big deal to you, if it's worth it to you, for me, it's the joy of Home Assistant. To me, I've just had so much fun with it, and so I don't mind. I certainly am happy to pay it. When you get it, not only do you get, the ability to hook up Amazon Echo very easily and Google Home, but then you also get webhooks and you get remote access. And the remote access is fantastic because now you don't need DuckDNS, you don't need Let's Encrypt, you don't need anything. You don't need to open ports in your router. You don't need any of that stuff. And you can get access to everything in your Home Assistant instance from anywhere. And it's very easy on your phone to set it up so that your phone, I did this in a video sometime back. It was probably the actionable notifications video. Do you think, guys? I can't remember which one it was, but I did it not that long ago. And you, and WireGuard soon. Woo, Frank, you make me so happy. You can set it so that the app on the phone will go to your local IP address when you're in your home network, or when you're out of your home network, it will just default to the remote access. So you don't have to change anything. You don't have to, I click the same button on my phone. And if I'm home, it goes to my local IP address. And if I'm at work or in my car or wherever, and I click the Home Assistant button, it goes right to my Home Assistant remote page. And what I did to make it easy, in fact, I could go to my Home Assistant remote page here, but I'm going to make sure that he cuts off the address at the top, because that would be bad. Well, I'd have to change that a little bit to get that to see. But anyways, what I did was I made the theme different. So I set the theme to be a certain color when I'm using remote access, and it's a different color when I'm on my local IP, so I know which one I'm using. Makes it easy. So sign up for Nabu Casa. I can see everything in Google App, but when I turn on a light, the app goes on then off, but the light doesn't do anything. Have I missed something? Can see everything in the Google App. Turn on a light, the app goes on then off. Yeah, it sounds like you're missing a connection there somehow. I wonder how. I don't remember what the setup includes. I think you just put in your. Oh, did you did the app? So you have the Google Home skill or the Home Assistant skill, which is called, I think it has to be called HAS.io or something. You've got that? You must. Okay. What else does he have to do, guys? Anything else? Is there anything on integrations you have to do? Maybe unlink and relink. Yeah, try that. Try that, Mr. Fixers. Try that. Try just unlinking and relinking it again. Could be that. I haven't. I use my Amazon Echo so much. I haven't played with the Google Home connection in a long time. I need to. Oh, Frank is showing things. Oh. Oh. So AdGuard. What is this, Mr. Frank? So if you have an AdGuard account, or if you have an AdGuard setup, oh. Ask Google to sync devices. Okay, done that. Did you tell Google to sync devices? All right, I got another thing to show you. I'm excited about. Do you guys want to see it? Did we solve anybody else? Do we have any issues hanging out there that we haven't resolved? Allows to automate filtering. Oh wow. Okay, I need to work on that too. Google has just come to life. Yay! Awesome. I have one, Tyson. I have one Google Home Mini that I have working. Well, that's all I have. I don't have any more. I think I've seen the add-on, Frank. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't installed it, but I've seen it. Have my camera feeds in a picture glance. How do I set the refresh interval so that the image changes with every movement? Ooh, Brian, I don't know. You ask Google to sync, and he says he doesn't know how to do that yet. Uh-oh. I have issues, not home assistant related. Oh, okay. What do I think about what's happening with Huawei? I don't know, Stephen. I mean, I know what's happening. I don't know what to think of it. It's not good for consumers, it doesn't sound like, but I don't know. I didn't get into the details of why. I don't know why, they're going to lose Android use or whatever, so. Okay, let me show you where I'm at with this thing. Should I? Do you guys want to see you guys want a sneak peek of the garage door opener? The next gen garage door, number 4. Here, let's show you. All right. So this is the conglomeration of stuff. It's a bit of a mess right now, but it's okay. What I've got is D1 Mini, relay, power supply, and then this is the microwave frequency motion detector. It's got the ultrasonic distance sensor. It's got a reed switch. It's got this is a Dallas 18 something B. This was the 18B something temperature sensor. I bought a bunch of them a long time ago. They're waterproof, and I haven't used them for much, but I got it working with this. And then what is most important to me right now that I've been really busting my brain over is this little LED right here, which is related to the distance sensor and doing things with the colors when you get closer to, like, the car gets closer to the wall or something. So let me fire it up and I'll show you where I'm at. Why do you keep going through so many different ways to make the garage door opener? Is it just for the thrill of trying different, or it just keeps breaking? No, they're not breaking, Chris. It's just for the thrill of trying to do something different. I just get a new idea and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to try that. My wife's did break, or did just stop working. I don't exactly know why, but hers did stop working. Mine has been fine. I've just replaced it with what I felt were improvements. Improvements to the design. In this case, this is almost like a multi-sensor. I mean, this thing is really cool. The biggest difference with this one, well, the microwave motion sensor is fine. It's cool. It's okay. I mean, like, as far as it's good motion sensor, but having a motion sensor is not that big a deal. But having the light, having this little LED respond to what the ultrasonic sensor is giving it back is awesome. But yeah, same reason I have 4 window blinds. That's right. Do I have a wire guide for the temp sensors? I have 2. with an N and a few with just wires. Oh, this is a 3-wire sensor, Doug. It's going to have, you're going to have the one that's the, it's going to have one that's the ground, one that's the voltage, which can be anything. I think this one said between like 3 and, I don't remember, higher than 5 volts. And do I have a link to the Dallas temp sensor? Sure. And then the data wire. So those are it. If you have some of these Dallas temperature sensors, it just looks like a little transistor almost. So it's just got 3 wires. You'll have to just look it up on Google and see which. They're probably different lengths. If they're not marked, then one's probably longer, one's shorter, one's in between. And that's probably how you're going to find out which one is serves which purpose. So, but let's look at the temperature sensors, because I bought them from Amazon. Like, I bought them actually when we were doing the Maker Faire last year. You guys can see all this stuff I order on Amazon. I ordered this. This was I was running out of jumper wires, and then I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm thinking, why don't I have more project boards? So I got this little kit here with the project boards and these little wires. $13. You can have a link to that too. Links. Okay, and then let's get the Dallas sensors. So the reason that I'm testing out these Dallas temp sensors is because I've been using these. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about the doorbell, Bashar. Just remind me. So I've been using these temperature sensors, but I've had some fail. And I don't know why. I'm going to just try and unplug them and plug them back in, and maybe it's just something simple. I don't know. But anyways, I got these. Look at this, from August. But they're not, I mean, that's a decent price. There's so $2 a piece or so. And I don't think they do humidity. They're just temperature. They do everything from minus 55 to plus 125 C. They've been reasonably accurate for me. Like, it gets to decimal points. I can't remember what the sensitivity is. Accuracy range 0.5 C. So that's pretty good, right? Because some of these sensors, you got to watch out. Some of them, they'll be like 2 degrees Celsius is the difference. And I think the DHT22s are that way. I'm not 100% sure on that, but so when you're in what would be the normal range of temperatures, you've got an accuracy of 0.5 degree Celsius. That's plenty accurate. That's good. So here's the link. And I can show you. I'm going to do the video, obviously, but and you can run 2 sensors on 1 GPIO. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If for some reason you had, a situation where you wanted to run multiple sensors from 1 GPIO pin, you can do that with these Dallas sensors, because you give them an address so it works pretty well. DHT 11s are 0.5, so similar to 22s are way bad. Oh, but maybe why did I go with the 22s instead of the 11s? I thought there was some other reason why I went to the 22s instead of the 11s. Having issues with your ESP interfering with microwave sensors, giving false positives. Since I hooked it up to this right here, since I hooked it up to this garage door thing, I haven't tested it fully, but I was having that problem before when I was setting it up as a multi-sensor. And what I did was I added a capacitor, essentially made a low-pass filter. I did that old video about low-pass filters and ghost switching. So I set up a low-pass filter. So I've got this capacitor out, and I'll hook it up in here if I need to, if it is giving me a bunch of false positives. It's so dang sensitive. These things are super sensitive. Like, it doesn't matter if you're behind it or if you're, it can't go through everything. I don't know what the limitations of materials are, but it can go through materials even. So you got to be careful. You might detect somebody moving in. I don't know if you can really go through to the next room, but you can certainly detect through a door or through, a piece of wood, or certainly through a piece of plastic. And it was detecting motion if I took a deep breath. Like I put it on the table, sit there, and then if I take a deep breath and my chest moves enough like that, it'll trigger. So they're very sensitive. Anyone wants to get Digital Ocean Droplet? I just realized I have a referral code for $50. Oh, I don't know what that is. What's Digital Ocean Droplet? Seeing you drinking now, I'm thirsty too. You can detect if your neighbors are home, actually. Really useful for audio level limits. Oh, that's cool, Frank. That's actually really cool. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that's great. So you can know if your neighbors are home or something. Anyways, they're pretty cool sensors, and they're not expensive, and they're very good. They're sensitive. And if you do have any problems, you can just add a capacitor for low pass filter. Is it safe? Yeah. It's not like it's going to fry your brains or anything, as far as I know. I'm not probably the best safety guy. But anyways, it's a cloud VM server. Oh, cool. For $5. Oh, wow. If you have enough of them, you can cook your neighbor's food in the refrigerator too. I can't imagine. I mean, they're pretty low energy, right? I mean, there's not going to be. That's pretty low energy. I can't imagine. It's non-ionizing radiation, so it's fine. If it puts off gamma rays, then I want it, because I want to turn into the Hulk. Okay, so where were we? Did I give you guys the code for this thing? I can't remember now. I must have. Yeah, okay, great. Question, building ESP home node for controlling your bathroom fan. It has 3 speeds, but it can't turn off. How do I get Home Assistant to just show a speed control without an on-off option? Oh boy. Well, you have to talk to me about this, Matheson. We'll have to. I'm not familiar with that thing. My website is not. I'm not happy with the hosting. I don't know if I want to host it myself necessarily, but anyways, it's. I think it's slow. It's often very slow. You've hacked that exact thing. Okay, there you go then. Frank is your man, Thor. Thornado. That's a pretty sweet name. Too bad I already named all my kids. All right, Frank to the rescue. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at what I've got going on here with my version 4. Vikas says, "Hi, will you help me in Discord?" Let's see. I will respond with, "We're streaming live right now. Come join the chat for help." There you go. Vikas Bodaki. All right. You're running an add-on your site. That's why it's slow. Oh, probably true. Probably true. I don't know enough about the site. I had to have a website in order for Amazon to let me have affiliate links and keep them. They would give them to me temporarily and then take them away if you didn't have a website that got a certain amount of traffic, I guess, or something for a while. I don't think they're going to take it away from me now, but I like to have a hub of a website. I just I haven't played with it at all. All right, so let's look at what I got. So here's what the sensors look like right now. They're unavailable because I got it turned off. Let's turn it on. Ooh, when I turn it on, it's probably... Oh, okay, that's fine. It's going to turn on the light. It's plugged into where I usually plug in my hot glue gun. Okay. So now we'll get these. These will start showing up. And then we'll go to the ESP Home. Oh, man, Matheson. If you can help me with my website, brother, that would be so wonderful. Let's chat. Let's chat later because I need some serious help with that thing. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Okay, so here we go. Those are going to show up in a minute. All right, excellent. Yay. Okay, so what do we have here? The garage door's closed. That's the sensor. The control, this is just the relay. Let's see if it clicks. No, the relay did not click. Why did the relay not click? Huh. All All right, well, that's a problem. We'll have to figure that out. It does think there's a car there. Oh, probably because of this ultrasonic sensor thing. And then it's got the motion detector. This is this. And then the important part here is the parking light. So I've got this RGB LED here, which you probably can't see very much of. But it changes colors. I guess I can put it back on this. Let's do this, and then we'll just move this. Make this a little smaller. Whoa. There you go. Whoa. Easy, boy. Easy. Why does it keep doing that? I'm trying to make it smaller, not bigger. All right, there we go. Okay, so right now, I've got this LED, and I can change the color with my little color wheel here. Okay, great. All right. The important stuff here is in the ESP Home sketch. And what I've got right now, two things that I'm trying, and I haven't completely figured it out yet. Let's see, is that working? We'll go to the logs in a minute and see. Been trying to help with the site. I think you should get on a droplet at DigitalOcean instead of hosting HostGator. That's probably true. HostGator's not great. They haven't been great for me anyways. Okay. So what I'm doing here with the ultrasonic sensor, I'm trying to, oh gosh, what's the best way to show you? This is the key. What I'm saying here is anytime it registers a value, I guess first it has to register a value below 1. Then it will turn on the light. So let's actually turn off the light. We should open a second one of these. It turns it right back on because of the way I've got it. I'm getting close. I worked on this a lot last night, and it's getting close. I had it actually changing. It doesn't look like it's changing now. I don't remember what the last thing I changed was. But essentially what I'm doing here is that whenever the distance sensor gets below a certain number, and this number can change, but whenever it gets below a certain number, then it'll turn on the parking light. And the parking light's going to be, I'm not going to use blue at all. I'm going to use green when you're far away. And then as you get closer, the percentage of green will decrease and the percentage of red will increase, so that when you're about halfway, it'll be yellow. When it's about 50% green and 50% red, it'll be yellow. And then as you get closer to what we've marked as the right parking spot, it will turn red. I'm not sure that's the right way to do it, but that's what I'm working on. That's where I'm going. Ideas are welcome. You guys can throw some ideas my way, figure out how I'm going to make this work exactly like I want it to. I don't know why it's not changing the color of the LED right now. That's an interesting problem. Oh, now it's going minus. Yeah, so it's probably partly because of the way I've got this done. What I was doing was I had it pointing at the wall. Oh, there it goes. It changed for a second. Did you see? There it goes. Now it's yellow. But so far all I can get is yellow and then red. So as I change it, it looks, so the distance sensor here. Okay, so now it's yellow and it's pointing way up there to the wall. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. And then if I put my hand here, it turns red. So that's good, right? Like we're on the right track. How am I going to get it back to yellow again? I'm on the right track, but I need some tinkering. That's what I need. Make it blink until you get to the final spot. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, it is probably hard. That's exactly right, Green. I was just thinking about that. Like, you're going to have to like look at it and go, oh, well, now it's totally red. Oh, now it's like not totally red. Like, yeah, I'm not sure that's the right way to do it. created a custom component for people that live in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The custom component gets the status lines from the city subway. Oh, nice work, Victor. Nice work. Saying here to spread the custom components. If you want to see it, here it is the link. Awesome. Check it out. We can go there real quick. I haven't been squirreled. Tennis ball on a string hang from the ceiling and touch the window screen. Park the low tech sensor. Sometimes better. Never better, Gary. Never. Bah. What I have right now, I've had it for a long time, long before I did any home automation stuff. It's a motion sensor with a light, and it's got two lasers. And so you point one laser at one car and the other laser at the other car. And so it goes to your dashboard. When you're at the right spot, you point it so it goes to your dashboard. It actually works. So I'm not going to not use it. But again, as Chris said, the point of doing this is more for the fun of being able to make it happen the way you want it to. The accomplishment factor is big for me. So that's why I do some of this. I don't know why that's not going. Anyways, I got to mess with it still. And we might be able to do, the tricky part is, oh, hey, Adrian's here. Yay, Adrian's here. Adrian, this is for you. Let's do some fun. This just because. We've only done this once today, so let's do it again. Yay! And then the big one comes by here at the end. And he goes. Oh man. Oh, good times. All right, where was I? When the car stops going forward, you're in. when I hit the toolbox, I'm done. Not what I do now. So the motion sensor thing sometimes doesn't pick up my car because it's over by my wife's car. So it sometimes doesn't pick up my car. So the light doesn't always shine. So I don't always have a laser. So I look at the window in the garage and I'm thinking the window in the garage compared to my mirror. Okay, yeah, that's about right. But then I've got some paint scraped off the bumper of my car because the garage door comes down and it's a little close. So undamaged virus, how's it going? They have come a long way. Thank you, Mark. You're right. I was very happy to have gotten this far. There's a lot you can do with this, and would it be easier to just write an Arduino sketch? Maybe, but this is a tool I like playing with. I like playing with ESP Home, trying to figure it out. So, and the channel's better from week to week. Oh, thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Yeah, that fart one was fun. That rainbow fart one was fun. I've got another one too. I'll have to show you in a minute. We'll find a reason to celebrate here in another couple minutes, and then we'll show you another one. So any of you, are you guys ESP Home experts? Any ESP Home experts? If I'm doing a script for your Google Home, I go to call service, then text-to-speech translate say, but my Google Home media player doesn't come up as an entity. Oh, really? Well, wait. If you're doing a script, I don't know, virus. I'm not. When you say it doesn't come up as an entity, you've got it linked. Do you have it linked through whatever Nabukasa or the other old way, or how do you have your Alexa? I mean, you use it for other things, right? Like you're sure that your Google Home media player is a part of Home Assistant, or is it just not yet? Or you just don't know the name of it, maybe? All right. Use a meter-long strip with green LEDs on the outside, yellow near, then red at the center when you're close enough. Yeah, I saw an Arduino sketch of a guy that did something like that. But I've got to do this with what I have, what I'm able to do. I could try that. I'm just thinking of, putting this maybe on a little bit longer of wires, not quite an LED strip. One problem is I don't know where I would put that LED strip, at least not for my, on my wife's side. For my side, I've got a workbench. The workbench is in the garage there, so I could do that. Oh, that I had, my daughters had to unplug it. Oh, we fixed that. Magic lamp. Notice you conveniently left out that your daughters had to unplug it. Yeah. They haven't had to unplug it anymore. I fixed it, Nicholas. We changed it. I took out the, you know how it would cycle through green, yellow, and red lights when it first connected. So it would drop connections randomly. And I don't know why. Pinky doesn't know why. Hers doesn't happen to hers. Some of the other people that have tried it. So it hasn't happened to everybody, but it was happening to me. And when it would do that, then all of a sudden in the middle of the night, or right as they're getting ready to fall asleep, it would get totally bright and green and yellow and red. So I just went into the Arduino sketch and just took out the colored part for that. And so sometimes it'll just turn off and then it'll just slowly come back on with their effect, which doesn't bother them that much. And then I just set an automation so that it never is on at 10:30. Like if the automation checks at 10:30, if the light's on, if the dream light's on at 10:30, it just shuts it off. So don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, let's see. Sorry, someone has already asked, why is the calibrate? Yeah, so what I was trying to do here with this linear calibration, Alan, is I'm trying to give it a simple calculation so that this number can be, I don't know, so that I can make a nice, easy formula here. And so what I was thinking I would do is if I was saying, for me, sitting here in my office, 0.27 was the actual reading when this thing was pointed at the wall that was just right here by my desk. So I said, well, let's make that 0. And then when I pointed it at the ceiling, it was 1.67. I said, all right, well, let's make that 3. And then saying that, okay, I want it to start at 3 and get smaller until it got to 0.27. So that's what that did. I sort of just recalibrated the distance. It's actually pretty cool how it works. If you look at, if we look at the logs for ESP Home, you can see it doing the calculation, and it takes the raw value and then it changes it. Okay, so let's look at right here. All right, so sending the state, so it's way too close, or it's hitting something that's way too close. So the initial distance is 0.29. So it's sending this state here. And then it's calculating it out and it's giving me the wrong numbers. It should take this number, which is really small. And then I want it to divide by, how did I do it? Divide by 100? What did I do it? Oh, minus 100. See, I don't think this one's right. I don't think that's supposed to be subtracting 100. But what I'm saying here is that when this is 0, okay, so say when you're right up against the last point that you want the car to, where you want the car to park. So when this is at 0 here, and this can be whatever you want, however far you actually are away. But if it's at 0, then 0 times 100, oh no, that's not, well, 0 times 100 divided by 3 is going to be 0, right? So that should return a value of 0 for the green part of the LED, and then it wouldn't have any green in it. It would only be red. And then if this was 0, see, this is crazy. If this was 0 minus 100, it's going to end up being, oh, but then plus 100 over here. So that should be red. Right now it's about half. and then it gets, so it doesn't ever get all the way, green right now. It doesn't ever get all the way green. So I'm not sure. I have to do some more thinking and testing, unless somebody has some genius idea for how I can fix it. There was a guy who wants to live code Lovelace cards. Maybe it was nice to code a garage card, including status of the cars. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. James wants to do Lovelace cards. That's right. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's see. Select a specific green, yellow, and red colors, and then depending on the distance. That's probably a better, you know what, James? I think that's right. I was hoping that, it would change, and I could even make it gradually change, right? It doesn't have to be just 2 values. It could be several values. Cause that's a great point. James, you just did it. I think you solved it for me. Like sometimes I try and make something complicated and the answer is just make it super simple. Right. And so I think what all I have to do is the same thing I did here. On value, if the sensor is, and you can do it, I think you can do it at, but you probably do above or below a certain number, then turn on the light at this color. And then you've got another condition that just says if it's in a range between two different distances, then it's a different color. And if it's in between then it's a different color. And we might be able to, what I want to be able to do, and I don't know if I can do this exactly yet, would be to control which lights. So if you have a string of lights, then, they can progressively change colors. But again, that's something to work on. Okay. On a phone. Okay, cool. Thanks, James. Yeah, the red component is always too high. I think that's what's happening, Seamus. The red component is always too high. I like how this works, though. And, I can just change this. ESP Home is so awesome for this. And you just go, oh, okay, yeah, let's check it out. Yep, it works, okay. And then upload, fantastic. We'll just see a new change here in a minute. It's so easy and so nice. It's so useful and fun. All right. Calls for extra functions. Let's let it scan always. If the sensor had reached the required value and not changed, you can set the LEDs to white and then set the function to sort of falling. I think I kind of do, Jerry. And I was thinking about if you go super simple and go back to the tennis ball. If I had the tennis ball, then what I would have to do is like automate the tennis ball so that it would lower, down as the garage door was opening or something like that. Can't be too simple. Maybe something's wrong with the red equation. Yeah, it probably is. Mount the sensor in the doorway, points horizontal, then lets the car backing out. It's not as... So yeah, it's still giving me a full red. I don't know. It's still 50% red and 50% green. I don't know. Well, I think if I do I'm going to try James's with that idea of just picking the colors and just going from, at this distance it's green, at that distance it's yellow, and at that distance it's red, and then leave it at that. That's probably the simple way to do it for now. And then for version 5, when we do version 5 of the garage door opener for Chris, yeah, there is a way too. There's a way. What I initially had done, but I changed it back. But what I had initially done was I had this, instead of being part of the ultrasonic sensor, all of this stuff here, I had it as part of the motion sensor. So the motion sensor is what triggered the light to come on, and then it grabbed a value from that's what this is right here. And then it grabbed a value from the ultrasonic sensor. So when you're doing this is what I've learned. Some of you guys probably know this, but I just learned it. When you're making a lambda like this about a light, and it's in this X is going to just automatically grab the sensor that you're using. So since this is all part of this ultrasonic sensor, when I put X, I don't have to specify the device. If I were to put this lambda stuff with this light changing information someplace else, like I had it before in the motion sensor, it's not GPIO 12, you knuckleheads. I changed this thing so many times yesterday that I've got it wrong. That's why the relay wasn't working. This has got to be D1, not 12. I would have multiple tabs open, and I would change it in one tab and save it, but not the other tab. So, anyways, that's so when I had it here under motion, I had it turn on the light and then I had to reference that. I had to reference the ultrasonic sensor state to get a number. So anyways, looks like red would always be 100% with that plus 100. Maybe you're right. What would it be now? So if it was at 3, then it would be minus 100. See, what I tried to do is, how do I get it inverted? I want as the number gets smaller, well, I'm not going to do this now, but as the number gets smaller, I want red to go up. I want it to increase in size. So does it need to be this? Maybe it doesn't need to be negative 100. So this will do the same thing, but I want this whole thing inverted. Is it like 1 divided by all this or something like that? Multiply by minus 1. Yeah, but it won't do negative 100. Oh, maybe that's it. 100 divided by x. So maybe 3 times 100 divided by x. We can try it. What's it going to hurt? I did notice too that sometimes when you validate this, it doesn't actually check all of the lambda stuff. So you could still have a problem and you'd have to fix it. But as x gets smaller, the results get bigger. Maybe that's the thing, Seamus. It's like simple math. This is like 4th, 5th grade math that I could not get my head around last night. Wait, what? Basic math for the win, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Basic math, man. It was driving me nuts. I just couldn't make my brain think about how you do that. And I was thinking, well, is like 1 minus, something divided by 1 or divided by 1 minus 100? I couldn't remember. Too bad I don't have any 5th graders around the house to ask. Oh, actually, I do. All right, let's see what we're getting here. It'll come back up in a second. But anyways, this has been fun. I've had a good time with this. I'm very excited that I got it working. Very excited about the temperature sensors too. I should have asked the kids, right, Piston? I know, huh? Ooh. Okay, so now green is 62 and red is still 100. If I point it up at the ceiling, now the light looks white. Got a distance of 1.4. What's my light? Where's my light readings? Okay, so there's yellow. And now it's white. Yeah, that didn't do it. I'm getting less green, but I'm not getting any less red. I probably just messed up the formula again. Well, why would I do 3 times 100 divided by x? That would be weird. Well, thank goodness you don't have to do simple math for your job. Oops, except I do. I don't have to do this kind of math. Far too much time figuring out how to scale 0 to 2.5 to 1. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging. I had to look up long division the other day. Yeah. It's you think you go to school and you say, why do I have to learn this stuff? I'm sure none of you ever said that to your parents, but I certainly did. Why do I have to learn this stuff? There we go. If you want to get smaller as x gets bigger, I think you'd want the same as the green equation, but replace x with 1 minus x. All right, Brian, I think you're onto something. Let's try Brian's idea. We're all in this together. But replace x with 1 minus x. Oops. See if it'll let us do that. All right. Isn't this so fun? It's so easy to just change it and try it and go back to it, you know? What am I trying to calculate, Richard? I'm trying to make this number I'm trying to take a distance from the ultrasonic sensor, convert it to a percentage to give to the LEDs so that as the distance gets smaller, the amount of red in the LED goes up and the amount of green in the LED goes down. It could be. You know what? Maybe the position. Yeah, maybe I need to take out that conditioning too. We'll try that in a second. Once this comes up, we'll try that. 93, still 100% red. And then if it's over a meter, it's not turning on at all. Okay, so let's take that out. I think you're right about that. Let's just take out that conditioning stuff for now. Or calibration. Let's just take that out for now. And then I also want to take out we'll just make this 2 for now. Okay. Try that. This is what I spent yesterday afternoon doing. Now you guys just get to do it with me. All right. We'll probably get to wrap up here. We'll try this one and then we'll see. I think that would be max minus... Oh, maybe that's it. So the maximum minus x divided by the maximum. Okay. Oh, my high school math teacher would be so disappointed in me right now. My high school math teacher would be so disappointed. All right, we're going to give this a go. And then it's been 2 hours, so we'll probably shut her down. Is it not to do the red light needing to lower voltage? Or is the green needs 2 volts? No, I mean, it probably technically top tech, but what you really have in here is you've got 3 distinct LEDs. And all you're really doing, this is an RGB LED, and all you're really doing is changing the brightness of each of those LEDs. So I've set the blue to 0 brightness, and then I'm fluctuating making the red brighter and the green less bright. So I think, yes, I think it is the chip in here, the control chip is regulating the voltage, but we don't do that. We don't have to do that directly. Can't you use the equation of a straight line? Y equals mx plus b. Thank you, Nexus. Probably. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I can't figure it out. You won't always have a calculator with you. Not true. When I don't have my phone. That's true. Well, but then you know what I do? That's what I use my Google Home for. I ask my Google Home math questions all the time. One equation for red with a negative slope. See, Nexus? And another for green. All right, Nexus, help us out here, brother, then. You help us out. All right, so this is now we're 100% of both. No. Okay, well now it's going green. Now it's all the way green, but it's not going all the way red. We're getting closer.
I wanted to see if you're almost done.
Yeah, I am almost done. You want to just tell everybody, computer, tell everyone it's time for sign off. Kind of a bummer to shut this thing down, but oh yeah, we got to do stickers. Well, we'll keep playing with it. If you guys have more ideas, like Nexus or anybody else, if you guys have ideas for what this should be, I'm gonna drop this into Discord. Okay, I'm gonna drop this into the live stream chat in Discord, and we can keep the discussion going. I'm gonna stop working on this for now. Spend some Sunday time with the monkeys and Mrs. Z's, and then we'll have this solved pretty soon. But it's been fun. It's been fun tinkering with it. All right, let's open up the giveaways, right? We got to do some giveaways. Yes, you may.
Can I press it once?
Yes.
Or are we just doing one?
We can do 2. We can do 2. Oh, you know what? Why divide by 3? You're right. The 3 was, I don't need the 3 anymore either. Well, here's the problem. The problem is when I get the numbers from the ultrasonic sensor.
Where's those?
Maybe I just need X instead of 3. Right? Maybe I just need X instead of 3.
Apples and money. Zachary,
What?
what are you doing? Zacharias, I like to. I
was looking
for them time that I'm
because I wasn't with you.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
If you want, you can use my
I like to
big one is over there.
eat apples and bananas.
You guys are being silly, huh? Oh. Little princess burp.
It's because Dr. Pepper.
It's because the Dr. Pepper. Blame the Dr. Pepper. Rockin' the Go Blue. Yeah, we gotta. Maybe I should get the kids on this. Well, they're like, well, no, we're done with school now. School's out for summer.
Yeah, school's done.
All right.
Ollie only has one more day of school. And so does Dom.
I don't have any. Oh, that's beautiful.
That looks so
Thank you.
cute.
Thank you. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. We should do it as princesses.
No,
we're gonna do one
like-
more.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do this. Adrian, are you still here? I wanted to show Adrian this. Oh, wait. Not yet. No, we got to do this. You guys haven't even seen these yet. Okay, well, these are the new ones we're going to do. We're going to watch this on the screen. Watch. Woo! Woo! Yay! Woo!
That's Daddy.
Wow! Wow! I'm really excited. Oh, it just keeps going. Did it start over again? Maybe it's running in a loop. No, I think that's the end. Okay, and then
Oh,
I know it goes black for a minute. I got to fix that. But then watch this one. Here we go. I don't know what the max distance is, Master Billy. I don't know. I haven't measured it yet. Look at these.
Nice.
Delivery.
Copyright. Yada. Copyright.
There's no copyright, nothing. What are you talking about? Here we go.
Nice.
All right, are we ready to roll it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll
Let's
it.
roll it.
Our kids have 2 months yet before they get out for the break? Man, no way.
Ours is on
Kids are
Wednesday.
these kids are going back in 2
Our
months.
last day is on Wednesday.
Distance equals duration times 3, 4 divided
Dad,
by
on
2
Wednesday you're not going to see
for
his
centimeters.
house.
Needs more rainbows. I could
Yeah.
probably come up with some more rainbows.
Good.
Okay, are we ready? We're gonna do the rolling.
Oh,
Here it comes.
me.
Here, let's turn this one off. Okay, go for it. And the winner is Pyrogue Pie. Pyrogue Pie. Pyrogue Pie. You win. Oh, those works fine in a spreadsheet doing. Okay, I'm gonna grab that out of the chat real quick from Top Tech Man. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna post that down there so I have it. Save it for later. I love it. Keep throwing ideas at me, guys. We're gonna get this fixed. All right, you guys ready to do another one?
Yeah. Can I press it?
Sure. I think it's probably Dawson's turn this time. Andy! Didn't you say pick me, pick me? Wasn't Andy just saying pick me, pick me? I don't know. Maybe he
I
was.
just saw him.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Another bottle
Congratulations,
of Dr. Pepper.
Andy. Oh, and somebody just super chat. Oh no.
Another bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, thanks, man. Darn. Sorry, I didn't have the speaker on.
Dad, you need
Probably missed it. I probably missed it. So we haven't done this regular squirrels one. We have to talk through this one because this was the copyright one they busted me on. Yeehaw! Whoa, froze. Did you see that? My frozens are stuck.
Wait, someone donated money.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, thanks, Adrian. That was you?
Nice.
More Dr. Pepper.
Did you hear? But it's not. Look at it's not. The squirrels aren't. The squirrels are broken. Well, we'll do this. We haven't done this one today.
Whoa.
All right.
Dad, we should do it like
We're gonna sign off.
side of like
Let's not yell.
princesses.
Sign off like princesses.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Wait, don't start till I do the 3. Ready?
As
always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
Stop,
I kind of sounded like Mickey Mouse. Oh, man. All right, guys, have a great Sunday.
And you're watching this.
See you later. Thanks for being here, fellas. Have a good time. Bye-bye. It won't be next Sunday. It'll be next Monday, so a week from tomorrow.